WUNG-TV, Channel 58, Concord, Charlotte.
The finals in the 195-pound class is a rematch of the finals in the Midwestern Regional. David Lindsey, a senior from Trinity High School, won that regional matchup. His record is 32-1.
David is a good takedown man, especially in executing upper body throws. He's aggressive on his feet, moving and mixing upper and lower body shots well.
The wrestler after revenge tonight is Mitch Mayhew, a senior from South Iredell High School. He lost to Lindsey in the Midwest Regional Finals, the only match he's lost all year.
Mitch is as fundamentally sound as anybody in the state, having been around wrestling all of his life. Look for him to come from the bottom consistently with a simple but effective stand-up and score points from there.
In fact, Mayhew has had a lifetime of wrestling instruction. His coach is also his father. And Jerry asked him how that works out on the mat.
He knows an awful lot, and he's taught me almost everything he knows except for a few little dirty moves that he won't teach me. I enjoy it an awful lot. We have a good time together.
Well, we've crowned 11 champions, and we've got 2 more matches to go. This is Mitch Mayhew in the blue and gold, David Lindsey in the light blue, the 195-pound class. We're getting up there big, Jerry.
Well, I tell you, I am impressed with both of these wrestlers, having watched them in the semifinals. I think this is going to be an exciting match. Anything could happen.
As we mentioned, it's a rematch of the Midwestern Regional Finals. And that one, Lindsey beat Mayhew. That's the only one that Mayhew lost this year. They work off the mat. We'll come back to the center. Mayhew is the only Iredell County wrestler ever to win more than 100 matches in a career. He's 110 wins, 10 losses. But David Lindsey from Trinity in Randolph County has won 108 matches in his career. Both are seniors. Both have numerous all-state titles under their belt. In fact, Mitch Mayhew in the blue and gold played on the Shrine Bowl football team for North Carolina. Will be in the East-West game in Greensboro in July.
Well, David Lindsey has taken a couple of good shots, but well countered by Mitch Mayhew. You can sense that both of these wrestlers are just well coached. They're smart. They really know what they're doing. Got a lot of savvy out there. Sometimes when they're even in a match like that, you see less action because there's so much sparring around and trying to set something up. You try it and it doesn't work, and so it looks to the fan like not a whole lot is happening. A lot of strategy is taking place.
We have 30 seconds left to go in the first period, and there is no score. Mayhew got here with pins in the opening round match, and in the quarterfinals, he decisioned Winston Sadry of Millbrook High School in Raleigh 7-4 in the semifinals. Lindsey, on the other hand, won a technical fall in the opening match, won his quarterfinal match by disqualification of his opponent, and then won in overtime in the semifinal match against Ronald Wynn of Hoggard. First period ends, no score. The token is tossed by John Wood. It came down red. Lindsey says, I don't want to make the choice. Mayhew has to make it. He says, I'll start down. This means Lindsey has the option of down, up, or all the way up, standing. Start of the third. There's Mitch Mayhew, finalist for Moorhead Scholarship at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Coach Bill Lamb down there is probably going to be wanting him to come out for the wrestling team because UNC is in the top 10 in the NCAA right now, so he's always looking for good wrestlers.
And his dad is encouraging him from the sideline. We've told you the father-son story here. South Iredell is in the driver's seat going into this 13 matches in the finals in the team race. 1 point awarded to Mayhew for the escape. He now leads it 1-0.
But David Lindsey went in for that single leg. That was the best shot, I think, for a takedown that they've had the entire match. Mayhew's escape was nothing fancy, just sort of a little set and turn, but he executed it well and was able to come out. South Iredell's got the team score, clinched, and this would just be a little extra points, but I'm sure Mitch Mayhew would like to win it with individual honor. They've got the team championship with 59.5 points. Westover's in second with 50.
to David Lindsey for the stall. Seeking Lindsey to be more aggressive. We're under a minute to go now in this second period, and Mayhew has a 1-0 lead at the present time. Are you surprised we've seen only one pin in the 11 matches so far?
No, I think that's pretty common at this level of competition. The guys just are so good at staying off of their back, it's very difficult to pin.
The only pin came in the 126-pound class from Dexter Jones. Jones came up and pinned Mark Edelman.
That was a good shot from behind Coach Bill Mayhew. The view he's got on the mat.
That's what it looks like, another day at the office.
That's probably the best takedown attempt that we've had. Mitch Mayhew got in pretty good on that one, just wasn't able to finish it up before they went out of bounds.
We're down to 10 seconds left to go in the second period. Mitch Mayhew in the blue and gold with a 1-point advantage as the second period comes to a close. This time Lindsey has the option. He says, I will choose the down position.
Now, Reese, even though we've talked about the strength in the East and the Mid-East, I've been given information that this is the most individual champions that the Midwest has ever had. So they've had some individuals to really come through.
Flurry of action in the first 4 seconds of this period right off the whistle. Well, I arrived in Winston-Salem here at Parkland High School yesterday, uninitiated into the world of high school wrestling, and we have about 3,000 fans on hand here tonight. 2,400 have seats. The other 600 are standing everywhere they can, and you may count me as one of the fans of high school wrestling. I have really been impressed with a number of things: the caliber of coaching, the caliber of wrestlers, the way the program here has been run, and the sportsmanship on the part of every single person that we've seen wrestle in the last 2 days. You can see Lindsey.
It's been an outstanding tournament. I tell you, a lot of these kids got their start in junior high school, and that's where North Carolina wrestling's got to grow, is getting more junior high teams to have wrestling so we can compete with the people out of state. A lot of these kids will get scholarships in college to wrestle, but a lot won't. Part of it is because they just have not had enough years of experience. So we're really pushing that we get more spring and summer wrestling, year-round wrestling, and also get the kids started at a younger age. So those are some of the things we still got to work on to improve the visibility and growth of this sport.
Mayhew working for the takedown, but worked outside the boundaries of the mat. 1:35 left to go in the match. Lindsey is his conference's outstanding wrestler this year. All-conference football 2 years. All-state wrestling 2 times.
Mitch Mayhew's in good position here. If he can hang on. Now, that was a false start. He's saying that David Lindsey got a jump on the whistle, and that's illegal, so he was given a caution. But Mitch Mayhew's got to exert a lot of force here riding, and if he can do that, of course, he can hang on to the win.
Once again, they go. That's the view from the cameraman's lap. This is a high-risk occupation. All of our camera positions are at floor level, and you are getting some outstanding views of this high school wrestling championship tournament. We have 1:29 left in this match. Mayhew on top right now has a 1-point advantage, 1-0.
That was just a simple switch executed to perfection, and David Lindsey was able to score that 2-point reversal with that. Something you learn the very first week you're out for wrestling.
And Lindsey takes a 2-1 lead with 1:14 to go. Lindsey is the only person to have beaten Mayhew this year. As I mentioned, that came in the Midwestern Regional. That's Coach Bill Mayhew on your left. He brought 2 of his wrestlers into the finals. One has won a state championship in the 98-pound class, Avery Winford, and his son Mitch Mayhew is shooting for one here, but he trails by a point. Now he trails, he is tied at 2-2 on the escape.
Tied it up with just a quick set-out turn in. We got a different match here with only a minute to go. It's anybody's match standing up. With the way they wrestled on their feet in the first period, I'm beginning to think we might see an overtime match.
Evidentiary to David Lindsey.
I think he caught a shoulder in the nose and up around the eye. He's ready to go.
Okay, clock stops for that. We still have 45 seconds. It's now running 42. And a 2-2 wrestling match for the 195-pound title. North Carolina State Championship. They go out of bounds.
The agony of being the coach at this point. You'd like to be out there to help your wrestler out, particularly when it's your son. That was the best flurry of takedown action. Had Mitch to get in for a tie-up. Was countered well by David Lindsey. Mitch has got him up. He's going to try to put the half Nelson in.
He got the takedown. Mayhew has 4-2, and he's getting back points. He pins it. Mitch Mayhew wins it on a pin over David Lindsey. Look at this father and son. It's obvious that they're happy. It is very obvious that they are happy.
That has brought the house to its feet. That 20 seconds standing, Mitch Mayhew went in for the takedown. It was a beautiful takedown, straight to his back. He had him up, didn't wait to take him down until he had him in the half Nelson. Excellent wrestling, what the sport is all about.
And if you'd like to know what it's like to be in the coach's chair as the father when the son is on the mat, earlier today, Bill Mayhew told me what it felt like.
Well, we've been together a long time. He started for me for 4 years in football and wrestling, and it is probably a lot tougher emotionally on a father when his son is out there rather than just being a wrestler, because you do feel for every wrestler out there, but when it's your own son, it's a lot different. But he and I have enjoyed the relationship together, and I think it's been great for both of us because we get a lot of chance to sit down and talk and just reflect on each other's philosophies about life in general. And it's been a great experience for me. A lot of coaches wouldn't, they don't want to coach their own children, but I wouldn't take anything for it. It's the greatest experience I've ever had in my life.